Okay, so here's the summary. With Tears of the Kingdom being out for several months now, it has also become part of the speedrunning community with runs like Any Percent, All Dungeons Percent, All Main/Side Quest Percent, All Shrines Percent, and 100%. This also opens the gates for meme percent speedruns, where the rules for completions are super specific, such as butter on a dog percent. So, naturally, I wanted to take a crack at this by coming up with my own category, Pajamas percent. The rules are simple. I will get the frostbite trousers and island lobster shirt as fast as I can. This will be done on a fresh save file, and I will be doing this with no speedrun practice whatsoever. I will also be attempting all the hard skips and glitches you see runners do on Twitch for your entertainment. And I have live splits set up so I can improve my time if I so choose. I hope you find this fun to watch. And with that, let's do this. The first thing I do is attempt the out-of-bound intro skip glitch, but it does not seem to work since I can't see the part of the wall Link's head needs to be at for it to work. After trying several times, I decided it was better to restart the run and do the intro regularly. This involved lots of dashing, skipping cutscenes, taking out a few keys and Zelda checking up on me, before making it to the room of imprisonment, and there I watched an unskippable cutscene and finished the first split. After picking up the decayed Master Sword, I arrive in the cog room. The idea is to either jump across the rotating cogs or perform the cog skip technique so I can climb up to the top of the Room of Awakening to get wings early. Unfortunately, I can't do either, even after looking up a tutorial on YouTube, and decide to just go the way intended, get the archaic leggings, and dive into the title card. I dive safely onto a giant lily pad, taking no fall damage, and pick up my trusty tree branch, Pura pad, and wooden stick. You might have noticed that my splits changed, and that's because I had to change them due to the failed cog shortcut from earlier. I dive into another pool and make my way to the Temple of Time to start the closed door main quest. I fight the soldier construct there to get a shield, rusty broadsword, and zonite charge. This is when I remember there are some wings on this large island. So I go to the cold area to get my energy cell, as well as an axe, and cut down some trees to make a platform up to the chest. However, the ground is too extreme here, so I decided to just rip off the band-aid and get Ultra Hand. After completing the shrine, which I forgot to split until a few minutes later, I go back to the platform and use Ultra Hand to make a bridge and open the chest and get the wings. I then go to the Ultra Hand shrine and shield surf Tony Hawk style down the rail, dupe some mushrooms to cook some hasty mushroom skewers for a little speed boost, and take out some annoying enemies to peacefully make a rudimentary raft to sail across the lake. I swim the rest of the distance and make my way up to the Fuse Shrine, where I get the ability and get the Light Orb. After exiting the shrine, I make my way to the pond side cave and use my newly acquired boulder hammer to break a wall and get a ruby. This will be used later. I make another raft using a zonite fan this time to cross another lake to enter the cold area again. I enter the mining cave, grinding down the minecart track on my shield, break some ore deposits to get zonite for duping later, and obtain a few zonite fans, one of whom I use to exit the cave on a minecart. Back outside, I dupe my ruby and fuse one to a stick to increase my cold resistance. Make my way up the pit cave, become frozen by ice choo-choo, enter the bottomless cave, grab some bomb flowers, pass by a like, as well as grabbing a flame emitter shield. I climb up some roots to make my way to the Ascend Shrine to get the ability and the light orb. Leaving the shrine, I feel a bit stylish and try to take out a wing in midair to go back to the Temple of Time, but end up failing. Twice. After that, I do it the intended way, get the archaic Warm Greaves, open the door, and get recall. Try to open the next big door, and I'm instructed by Raru to warp to the cog room. I use Ascend to skip the cogs and complete the fourth and final shrine. I warp to the Ultra Hand Shrine to get my first heart container, open the second big door, and send the decayed Master Sword back in time, completing the Great Sky Islands. After landing in a pool of water, I run on foot to Lookout Landing, where I talk to Joshua and Pura, and go up to Hyrule Castle, activating the shrine along the way. I talk to Haz and watch Zelda rise into the air and vanish into light, to finally get the paraglider. I then warp to the Fuse Shrine, where using a wing, glide over to the Great Plateau and into the depths. I activate the light route for warping to later and go obtain auto build. I warp back to the light route and go construct the famous hover bike to use on the surface. I arrive at the shrine in Castletown Ruins, build my hover bike, dupe some Zonai charges, and set off to the Hebra region. However, I underestimate the amount of charges I need, so I make a quick pit stop on a nearby hill, dupe some more, and just barely make it, so I have to go the rest of the way on foot. This next part will be summarized like this. I make my way to the cave I think is the right one, second guess myself, circle around the hill the shrine is on, realize that my first guess was right, make my way through the Bright Cap cave, and open the chest only to find out that my second guess was right all along, as this was the cave with the shirt, not the trousers. I look it up on YouTube and found out that I'm a mile away from the right cave. After realizing my mistake, I make another hover bike, fly over to the correct location, do some platforming, and finally get the frostbite trousers. I warp to the shrine in the Castletown Ruins once again, dupe some more Zonite to make yet another hover bike, as well as Zonite charges, and make my way to Lurin Village. Everything was going fine until this happened. What makes this funny and unfortunate is that I had no metal objects equipped, so this was just random chance. I do everything I did after warping to the shrine again, fly over to the Faron region, dodge a minefield of lightning bolts, run out of fuel again, and make the rest of the way to Lurin Village on foot. I eventually make it, make a platform out of wings, grab the chest, get the Island Lobster shirt, put both pieces on, and finish with the time of 2 hours, 18 minutes, and 55 seconds. If I had to sum up this in one sentence, it would be, I have no idea what I'm doing.